Everybody, it's March 1917, and guess what? It is time for weather and national morale. Start with the weather. Roll to 7. March 7 is mud. It's muddy. It's pretty much still gonna slow everything. It's been a muddy winter. Actually, we didn't have snow yet. So that's kind of interesting little thing. I always like to show one thing here. Blockade effects. It's 1917, so the Germans are losing 4 replacements and the Austrians lose 1. All right. And also there's some dice roll modifiers in 1918, but we haven't reached that yet. So we're going to do national morale now. Flip the sheet. Alright, so we're in national morale. First of all, we got to start with Germany. They haven't lost anything. And so just a straight up die roll for these guys. And they rolled a 2. And Hungarians, there's a +1 for the morale. Oh, crud. 7, 8. 8 is reduce infantry replacements by 10%. So they're getting 7 now. That's 1. They lose 1, so they're down to 6 replacement points. Okay. No more Ottomans, Bulgarians. France is out. Italy is, let's see. Italy has not been in the war. They came in November, so they haven't been a year. Britain. They got a 2. So they're good. Russia have lost 1, but they got a -1 for Southern Link is open. There's a 2. All right, so everybody's good. The only thing that's happening is the Austrians have a slight problem at the moment. So they're losing 1 replacement point. In addition to the other one they're losing because of the blockade. All right. So that makes things a little interesting. All right. So we'll be back. All right. March 1917, Germans advanced where they could. Some places they can't advance very far because their movement with the artillery reduces it down to where they can only move 1 hex. They can't, with the reduction of, because of mud, -1 to your movement. So if a 3 becomes a 2, so they can advance. And to advance in this hex takes 2 movement, and if you have already used 1 of your 2, you can't get into some of these hexes. So that's the best they can do at the moment. So they just advanced as far as they could. And I said over here they had dug in. So you got that going on right now. Now over here, the Italians did attack. I've never seen this happen before. They had their cores right here. They attacked right here. All right. The first attack, rolled a 1. It was a 1-to-1. It was the spoiler attack, just the placeholder against the best unit in that hex against the British. And attacker, it was an attacker exchange, so they lose as much as, so the entire attack of the Italians disappeared. And then I had proceeded to roll 2 more 1s, and it was attacker demoralized in each of those attacks, so 2 army groups fell back. I've never had that happen before. That was what I considered an epic fail upon the Italians. They were supposed to do something over here, reduce the British, and it didn't happen. So, yeah, about that. These guys are becoming a problem. All right, so other than that, that was the grand attack that happened on the Italian front, and we'll go from there. All right, we'll be back. All right, here we go. It is March 1917, Eastern Front, Allies. As you can see, the Russians pulled back to here. Those troops that already pulled back in position dug in along the fort line, along the river, and forming their defensive line right here, along with the Romanians forgot to do this. They're going to dig in here. There we go. So right here we have the 2 dug-in spots for the Romanians. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the Eastern Front. Everybody's, just hanging in there for the Allies, catching their breath, basically. Now over here, the British, well, we have a large resource of troops, so we're going to use them. And we have the Canadians and Australians and all those and Brits all went to war. They attacked this hex right here and did take the hex. They lost a couple corps in the process. It was a couple half exchanges or something like that, if I remember right. And there were 3-to-1 attacks and took out the Germans that were parked there. And they advanced over here, forcing these Italian troops, which were demoralized already, to fall back out of the way. All right, so that's what happened there. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the turn for the Allies. And, well, way over there, you can see the Yanks are coming. Yep. The Americans are building up their force. They have like 4 or 5 corps now. Or there's division. They're not corps, they're divisions. Are ready to rock and roll. If they just get the okay from somebody. All right, but Italians are kind of falling back a little bit. The Germans are still kind of holding right here. And, well, it's not looking so good in Austria-Hungary. But that's the way it is. So who knows if the Germans will continue to advance or hold their own and maintain their country borders and call it good. We'll have to see what happens in the next month's turn. All right, we'll be back.